Okay, so we're on lesson 2 now. We finished talking about fuel economy, amount of fuel used or required, and the cost of the fuel. Those are the big ideas of lesson 1. Now what we're going to do is the other cost that is associated with owning a vehicle. Now some of you own a vehicle, so you know what it costs, you know some of those costs, right? Let's just read it together. So as with the house, a vehicle requires regular maintenance, because if we don't take care of our car, it's gonna fall apart, right? It's gonna get ruined pretty easily. So, okay, so we have to do a regular maintenance and upkeep to keep the vehicle in good working order, running condition. However, every vehicle would need repairs eventually. Even though we buy a brand new one, down the road we would have to fix something, right? It's not going to stay brand new forever, right? So this lesson will explore the cost of repairs. So what's involved in repairs are two things that we have to think about when we repair a vehicle. The first one is the material, okay? If you need to change your tires, right? Because yesterday we were talking about winter tires, so if we need to change our tires, that costs something, right? If we need to fix our wipers, that costs something, right? If we need to do a oil change, where we have to get the oil and we have to get the filter, right? Unless you're, you know, oh no, I'm gonna add something else. Okay.
You already have it?
I'm getting ahead of myself. And then, so we have to pay for materials. The other thing that we have to think about is paying for labor, right? Your classmate here knows a lot about maintaining an airplane. Christian knows how to maintain an airplane. So somebody has to pay the maintenance guy, right? Sean does the maintenance of his own car. Yes? So labor, $0, but you have to pay for stuff, materials. Okay, so those are the two things. Okay? So take your car to Sean. No, but then you would have to pay. So what do you need for maintenance, cost of maintenance? Parts and labor. Another thing is tax, because we can't get away with tax.
I don't charge tax.
Okay, tax-free. There you go. Tax-free labor. Okay, awesome. So it's example 1. Brainstorm tasks that would be considered regular maintenance. Okay, so what would be a regular maintenance for your car, okay? Any idea? Oil change, yeah. Oil change, yeah. Either change of fluids or what do you call that? Fill up the fuel, refill the fuel or something. Right, if you're down the transmission fluid, you have to put transmission. Okay, so and other fluids like. Okay, transmission. What's the other one? You said coolant? Okay. And I'll just put and others. Or power steering oil? Yeah. Oh yeah, you told me about that. Steering fuel. Not fuel, or power steering fluid. I was like thinking, is it oil? Or is it, okay. Fluid, okay. All our fluids, yes. What's the other one? Brake fluid. Okay, I'll just put
brake pads, calipers.
Brake fluid first, because I know there is a brake fluid. Yes, is that correct? Yeah. Oh yeah, the windshield washer fluid. Okay. Put windshield washer fluid. Anything else? What else did you? Somebody said something.
Brakes.
Brakes. Okay.
Yeah, the brake
Brake pads
pads, calipers.
and shoes. Yes, that's called brake pads and shoes. Yes. Or shoes. Oh, they're the same thing.
Well, yep, ball joints, tire rod ends.
Okay.
The alignment of the
Good morning, Marta. Filters, yes. Change air filters.
I never knew you wore glasses.
Okay. Anything else? We need wiper blades.
And air. Proper air pressure.
Yeah.
Tire pressure.
Okay. Tire pressure. Okay, I'll just put. What did you say? Proper? Okay. Proper tire pressure. You gotta check that because that's gonna change our fuel economy, right?
If you don't keep your tires balanced, it can also disturb your sway bars.
And you'll need a wheel alignment.
Yeah, okay. Oh, very good. Yeah. That's true.
Wear the hot bearings as well.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. That's the great thing about our collective knowledge, right? Like everybody put in whatever they know and then everybody. Oh, okay, can you repeat what you said? If the tire pressures are not balanced?
Balance, and it'll begin to affect major parts of your vehicle, such as sway bars, hot bearings, and stabilizer rods.
Okay. So it's like,
And you'll begin to hear rattles in your vehicle.
you know, so I guess if something is not balanced, right, it's gonna start to alignment and things. Yeah, alignment of your car. Yeah, yeah, wheel alignments and
And
stuff.
hot bearing between your tire burning, it'll start to vibrate a little bit.
Yeah, and if it's not properly aligned, then one tire would.
Then it affects
Yeah.
your steering
Yeah.
shaft.
That's right. So when you let go of your steers, and then you'll know if it leans right away, then your hot bearings are beginning to act up. I do 75 for change.
For one.
So he's advertising.
I do brake pads, I do struts, I do pretty much anything on the vehicle.
Okay, very nice. Well, that leads to major repair, right? Major repair. What's a major repair? Change transmission.
Your alternator.
Alternator. Okay, fix alternator. Alternator. Fix starter. What else?
Keyword in there is start. Sensors.
Yeah, because
Yeah, those new cars now, computers.
yeah, and then that one we can't really do, right?
I can do it.
Oh, you can do it.
I like the old cars.
When I say we, then that means I can't do it. Somebody can. Okay, change transmission, fix alternator, fix starters, fix brakes, right?
When you begin to hear a squeak,
Yes, yeah. That means metal to metal is are touching, and it's not good anymore.
and if you hear a rattle, you have no heat on your sway bars.
Okay, so some of these, okay, well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that can go wrong there, right? Good. Good? That starter, sensor, brakes, transmission, alternator, I could fix a light bulb. I YouTubed it. I YouTubed it, and it's so good. Like YouTube is such an amazing thing because that can cost like so many, like probably over $100.
Exactly.
But then when I YouTubed it, it was like super easy, and I just had to buy the bulb, and it's like $4.
And then you change the bulb, it's the twist and turn.
Yes,
Push and turn.
yes, exactly.
And then if you go to a garage, it's like $50.
They start charging you the second they have to take the tools out of their tool box.
Yes.
Some of those garages, they like to take their time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and
Does it go at least like for an hour, depending on if they're licensed?
75 an hour.
okay.
They go $100, $120 per person an hour.
Yes,
And
yeah.
that's not even including the parts that you have to pay for and everything else.
Exactly. Okay. Well, now you've actually hit the next part. So when you bring your car to the shop, we have to charge two things: parts and labor. And when you go to a car service, they could charge $80 an hour. Okay? Who gets like $80 per hour? Now, that's a shop rate. That doesn't mean the mechanic gets $80 an hour, right? No, they don't get $80 per hour. That's just the shop rate.
So no, the company's getting that.
Yeah, the company gets most of that, right? Because how much does a mechanic get per hour? Maybe 20, 30 per hour? Yeah. Before any repairs begin, an accredited garage is required by law to provide you with an estimate for the total cost of repairs of your car. So before they even fix it, they will know, oh, by the way, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and this, and it's gonna cost this much. Do you want us to fix that? Okay? And then you say, well, fix this first thing, the major problem, and then don't do the other ones. We'll save it for later on, okay? So they have to give an estimate of the total cost. They are allowed to charge up to 10% more than the estimate when the repairs are finished. So here, notice the consumers, our hour labor rate is, it's really a shop rate, they'll tell you, okay? And it could be, you are right, it could be as high as 120 per hour. So, okay? Let's go. Next, example 3. Now this is where the real calculation begins. Example 3. Let's say we take our car into the local garage, and garage is like, that would be Canadian Tire or Walmart or Super Lube or Midas or, okay, those are the garage, right? Not my garage or it could be Sean's garage. Okay, to get an oil change and tires rotated, the estimate is 0.75 hours. The rate for labor is 78 per hour. Determine the labor charge before taxes. So, labor cost.
Okay, if you can't do that yourself, then there's a major problem.
Which one? Oil change and tire pressure? And tire. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can't do it. $78 per hour. Okay. The word 78 per hour means dividing, right? Is that okay? Per means divide. 78 per 1 hour. And if we multiply that by 0.75 hours, okay, what unit cancels and what unit stays? Hours would cancel, and what unit stays? The cash, the dollars, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and figure that out together. Okay, did you get 58.5 on your calculator? Yeah, but we're gonna put 58.50 because it's money and dollar sign. Okay, and it says here before taxes. Okay, so that's not including taxes. Okay, so let's take a look at letter B. The tire rotation does not require any parts, right? The tire rotation, they just basically take the same tires and then kind of move them around, right? Switch them around. But the oil change requires 5 liters of oil at $2.60 per liter and a new filter that costs $11.25. Oh, okay. Determine the cost of the parts before taxes. So, what are the parts? We have oil. And how much is it?
When you say determine the cost, it means assume the cost. What do you mean determine?
Oh, determine means to calculate the cost. Yeah, to determine means to figure out or calculate the cost. So, the oil, it's $2.60 per liter, right? So it's gonna be $2.60
Times that by 5.
per 1 liter. So multiply it by 5 liters, okay? So what unit cancels and what unit remains? Liters cancel and what remains? Dollars, right? Okay, so yeah, we multiply them, right? So go ahead and do that. Oh, it's gonna be exactly $13. Okay. Now what about the filter?
That is 11.25.
Oh, just 11.25. So 11.25. Okay. So now what's the total cost? Yeah. So total parts. $13 and $11.25. Okay, that's gonna be $24.25, okay? And we don't have to do the taxes because it says here before taxes. So far so good? Now let's take a look at letter C. Is it okay if I move it up a bit?
Just give me a 12 pack and we can call it even.
Ah, sounds good. The recent provincial legislation has mandated that both parts and labor, we have to charge PST and GST. Okay? So, we know that labor, okay, labor is $58.50 and parts is $24.25. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to figure out the total cost after taxes, after we put in the tax.
So would it be 58
Yeah, we're gonna add them up.
times 0.15?
Let's add this up first. Did you add them up first? Yeah. So 58.50 plus 24.25. So that's gonna be 82.75. Yes, is that okay? And then we're gonna include the taxes. And then how much tax do we have to put in? 7% and 5%. So that's how many percent? 12%. So we're gonna multiply that by 1.12. Is that okay? Yeah, 12% is, so, times 1.12. So the cost is $92.68. Yeah. Okay, is that good? Is that pretty, that's pretty straightforward, right? That's not bad. I'm gonna put it back, I was just flipping it.
Irritating, ripped off because
Yeah?
you could pay a fraction of the price and get
Yeah, but first, like, yes, I understand that some people know if they know how to do it, then they could fix it themselves. But for me, I don't know how to do it, and I also don't have the proper tools. I mean, I could YouTube it, and then that's gonna be knowing it, but then I know I now have to buy the tools to do all that. So and some people enjoy working on their cars, and it's just very, very therapeutic. But I guess some people just have.
It is actually, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, working with their hands, right? And people like that. Some people are just like, no, that's not what I'm passionate about, right? That's not what I'm interested about. You're shaking your heads like, nah, not me, right? So it's different for different people. Yeah. Okay, example 4. Francois needs to pay for the following repairs. Okay, side view mirror. So they got the labor and the cost. New brake light cover. It's gonna take 0.8 hours, and the cost of parts is this. Calculate the total labor cost. Okay, labor is here, right? So this is what we're gonna look at. Calculate the total labor cost before taxes. If the service center charges $105 per hour. So 2.7 and 0.8, so that's 2.7 plus 0.8, that's gonna give us 3.5 hours in total, right? 3.5 hours in total, that's how much they spent working on the car. Now what about the calculate the cost for labor? So cost, how much is the cost? It costs $105 per hour, per 1 hour. So let's write it down. 105 per 1 hour. And if we multiply that by 3.5 hours, okay, hours cancels cancel here, and the unit that remains is dollars. So let's figure that out. So it's gonna cost $367.50. Okay, and they say before taxes, so don't do the taxes yet. Okay. Next one, calculate the total amount that Francois will pay to the service, but now this time is after taxes. When you see the word after taxes, that means we have to do the taxes with this. So far we've calculated the labor piece. Now we're gonna calculate the parts piece. So how much is it cost for parts? Is $970 plus $290. Okay, so that's gonna give us $970 plus $290 is $1260. Yeah, $1260. So how much is it all together? So it's gonna cost through $1260. That's the parts, and then the labor is $367. $1,627.50. Yes, so that's not including the taxes. Okay, now how do we include the taxes? Times 1.12. 1.12. I'll just put it down here. So it's, oh wow, this is a big amount. $1,822.50. $0.80. Yeah.
Oh, this is for carry higher amount of money? This is for carry higher amount of money?
This is for
You said for car service or all with plus tax?
including taxes. Yeah. This is just to fix these things. That's a lot of money.
Side view mirror and a new brake light cover.
Yeah. Wow.
It's huge
Yeah.
amount.
It's a huge amount. Yeah. Yeah.
If we cheaper, just use YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Paige?
Yeah. Okay, example 5. We're on the last example. Wow. Pretty good. We're doing pretty good here. Emily brought her vehicle into a service center in Manitoba for a tune-up. Tune-up included the following: replace windshield wipers. 2 wipers cost, they need 2 wipers, and it's $12 per wiper. Okay, so we have to read this very carefully because it says here we need 2 wipers, right? And it's gonna cost $12 per wiper. Okay, good. Oil change. To do the oil change, we need 4 liters of oil, and it's $3 per liter. We need 1 filter, and it's $22 per filter. And then the labor is 2.5 hours, and it's $110 per hour. Okay, now this one here, it says here, calculate the total cost after taxes. So do everything together. There we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is, we could do the parts. What are the parts? 2 wipers, and it's gonna cost $12 per wiper. So what are we gonna do? 2 times 12, right? So that's gonna give us $24 for those 2 wipers. 4 liters of oil, and it's $3 per liter. So it's gonna be 3 times 4 liters, right? So that becomes $12. 1 filter is $22, so we don't have to do anything there. So filter is like $22. We'll just put that there. So this is for wipers. This is for oil. This is for filter. What else? Oh, okay, good.
Labor, you just
What's that?
labor.
Labor, yeah. We're gonna do the labor. It's gonna be 2.5 times 110. $275. Ooh, okay. So that's everything. We got everything, right? So we gotta add them all up. Add them up. Total. So 24. 12. Okay, before I continue, did you get 333? Oh, yeah, I haven't done the taxes yet. Yeah? Did you get 333? Okay. Now, because it's up after taxes, we're going to multiply by 1.12. And it's the total cost for everything is $372.96. $372.96. How's that one? It's okay? It's pretty good, right? It's super easy. Okay, good. So that concludes that set of notes. There are some questions for you to try, of course, at the back of this practice assignment. Oops, there we go, practice assignment 2. We can get started on some of these right now. I think we could do it all at once, right? There's only 6 questions, right? It's pretty straightforward. So that would be our set of notes, and then right behind it is our practice assignment to work on. Okay? Is that good?